The Peugeot 3008 GT Sport Plug-in Hybrid Electric Vehicle, PHEV, is a midsize plug-in hybrid family SUV that's part of the recent wave of mainstream cars that can run on electric power for some distance, cutting running costs and smoothing the impending transition to fully electric power for motorists in the coming years. It's also a new entrant into the Australian car market. Whether you're a fan of how the Peugeot 3008 looks or not, one thing's for sure: the French firm has certainly tried to give its family SUV a striking appearance. It taps right into the current trend for bold styling. A midlife facelift also saw the 3008 adopt some design cues from the sharp-looking 208 hatchback and 2008 SUV, such as saber-toothed LED daytime running lights, a frameless front grille and smoked LED tail lights. The 3008 hybrids on paper figures are impressive, just like those of all plug-in hybrid cars. CO2 emissions as low as 29 grams per kilometer and a claimed fuel economy as low as 1.2 L per 100 kilometers looks incredible if you're used to a regular petrol or diesel. Yet if you don't plug in regularly, the lack of help from a charged EV drivetrain will hurt the economy as the battery is fairly heavy. The Peugeot 3008 GT Sport PHEV is set to arrive in Australia early next year in just the one GT Sport specification, with no other hybrid variants available. It is driven by a petrol-electric drivetrain that consists of two electric motors, front and rear, paired with a 147 kilowatts 1.6-liter turbocharged engine to deliver a hefty maximum 222 kilowatts output. The interior is a familiar sight compared with the old Peugeot 3008, but that's definitely no bad thing. It's one of the most interesting looking cabins of any SUV, and the quality is just as impressive as the way it looks. In front of the driver remains a 12-inch digital driver's display in place of a traditional instrument panel, although all but entry-level active models now get a 10-inch central infotainment screen, rather than the old car's 8-inch system. Controls are laid out in a fashion that wraps around you. Physical buttons to control the infotainment are pointed towards you, while a high-set center console creates a comfortable, cocoon-like effect. Materials are of a very high standard as well, and everything feels solidly built. There's plenty of choices to make your 3008 a little more you as well, including the option of red Napa leather or black Alcantara trimmed seats, with top-spec GT models also coming with lime wood inserts. Seat adjustment is fantastic, but the tiny, squared-off steering wheel can make seeing the digital display a bit of a nightmare for some, so you should definitely take a Peugeot 3008 for a test drive before committing to a purchase. There's lots left to be desired in the back row as well, where having 3 passengers might be a little too close for comfort. Boot space for the Peugeot 3008 comes in at a competitive 520 liters, and it's all very usable too. With a boxy shape and the lack of a lip makes sliding cargo in and out without having to lean down dead easy.